I think it's a known fact that everybody gets spam on LinkedIn, but they get spam for a reason, because cold outreach on LinkedIn works when you do it right. So I'm going to show you what I've been using with some of my clients so that you could copy it and implement this system and get yourself booked meetings with prospects. So before I get into that, let me show you my average numbers. This is weekly numbers. Say I send 100 connection requests a week. 30, these are lower percentage, normally about 35%, but 30% say yes, that they want to connect with me. So now I have 30 new connections. Now I start to send those people messages. And I get about 40% of those start conversations, which about 25% of those conversations turn into meetings. So these are qualified prospects that are having meetings with me or having conversations with me. So that's each week on each account gets me about 3 meetings a week. Now, depending on the pain that you solve and how sexy your product is to the prospect, your numbers could go up or down from there. So let me show you how it works. This is my flow. And gets a little bit confusing, but let's start over here in the top blue. So the first thing I do is I capture a list from a LinkedIn search. I created a LinkedIn search, probably from Sales Navigator, and to define who I want to target and who I want to go after. I then have a scraper go in, scrape all that data, and put it into a tool where I could clean and modify that list. So let me show you that. Here's an example list of the different companies that I've pulled. And there's a lot of data here. I just have it all hidden, but you can see the company name, their first name, their title, and then I have the tool go in and do research for me. Give me a paragraph or two on what this company does. Now, I also want to go in and clean the database so that I could know if who's qualified or not. So some people might say, okay, I want B2B or B2C, because you don't have that filter in LinkedIn. Some people may say, okay, I want e-commerce companies of a certain kind, which also doesn't have that on LinkedIn. So depending on what you're looking for, but for me, for this example, I put B2B or B2C. So I have it go and look on the website and actually tag it if it's B2B or B2C. And then I also want to know, who do these people typically target? Who are they going after? So this is different data that you could enrich it. Now you could do your own enrichment depending on what you want, but I have this for the example. So this company here is going after retailers. This company here is going after gaming or casino managers. So this helps me in the custom messaging that I'm going to write to these people. So good, I have all this data. Now what do I do with it? Well, now I go over to the green area on the left. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to record a 30-second clip or so. And this clip is going to say, hey, John, and have a message for these people. And that message will be something that is appealing to the audience, to the listener, and enticing them to want to have a conversation with you. What I then do is then use AI to clone your voice and create a custom video for each one of those prospects. And so that custom video is going to have their website in the background. It's going to say, hey, John, or hey, Bob, or hey, Samantha, whatever the name of the prospect is. And then it's going to have the rest of your clip. And then I send that to these people on LinkedIn. So here's an example of how it will look. You see it comes in with a video with their website in the back, and it will have their name right here, hey, John, or whoever. And when they click on that, they come to here. And they could actually click and play and watch this video, and it will say, hey, John, or whatever name you put, and scroll.
Hey, John, as you know, most early stage companies.
And so on. Now, what's really nice here is I could put my calendar embedded right here. So now all they need to do is go in and book a meeting right from this page if the messaging was appealing enough. So that's, if it keeps going straight, it goes to meeting booked. But what happens if they replied? Well, then you just have a conversation and you talk with them and you try to push them into a meeting. That's a good thing, because maybe they have some qualification questions of their own that they'd like to ask you before jumping onto a sales call. What happens if they watched it but did not book or did not reply? Well, we could actually send that to a different tool which curates a feed of only these people so that you could go in and like and comment on these people's posts so that they see more and more your name and your face without it being salesy. So let me show you what that looks like. So here is a curated feed of all the people that watched my video and didn't respond and didn't book. And I could come in and I could just like their post. I could come in and, this one's in language I don't speak, but if I wanted to, I could write a post and hit reply, and it will go straight into LinkedIn and put that post on for you. Now this is really nice because you could do this and spend about 5 minutes a day going through every day and just commenting on all these people. And what happens are these people are now seeing you over and over again, and it's kind of helping build that relationship. So then when a follow-up message comes up again, because they didn't respond the first time, now they're more likely to respond to you. So then it goes into a conversation, then you can book a meeting. And this is the outreach that I'm using for LinkedIn. And it's working very well for myself and my clients, averaging about 3 to 4 calls a week per account. So some companies, they use their sales team's accounts or they have their co-founders' accounts, etc. And it's working really well. Now, one thing that you could add to this, what I do for my clients, is once they book the meeting, I send them an SMS and email reminders to the prospect. And I could also send out SMS or AI phone calls that will have a conversation with the person to confirm it. And if they're not able to come up and attend the meeting, then it will actually try to rebook them. This keeps no-shows down to a very low number. So if you're interested in putting this together, I could actually help you or manage this for you, and that's one of the things that we offer. So just feel free to ping me, and happy to do so. Good luck. Hope it helps.